rant. I don't even want to call it a rant. I did a whole lecture just asking questions as far as what is our identity, right? And who's taking our identity away, man. Our identity is not our identity, you know what I'm saying, is in law. Our identity isn't being sabotaged. Our identity is being hidden, and it's being hidden under the guidelines of religion. It's being hidden under the guidelines of a Bible. It's being hidden. We believe in stories that has no facts. We believe in these made up things. We believe in things that was made to control. You understand? These things are controlling us. It's controlling you. It's preventing you from navigating your way back to Africa, finding your work, finding who you are, finding yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's preventing you from digging into true history and looking into historical information, factual information that goes back, that you can trace back to the west side of Africa, the north side of Africa. We're not doing these things. We got brothers and sisters like literally doing studies and research to uphold, to justify the Biblos. Instead of doing the homework to justify who we are. If if I do my research and I already got it in my mind to stand on the Biblos, I can do that because they have created the web to do that. The internet is designed to do that. You will find information to minimize who you are. And trust me, if when it comes to minimizing anything that's black, you will find tons of it, hours of it, years of it. But to find things to minimize what these people have done, to minimize their understanding, their ideology, listen, man, it's literally sticking a needle in a haystack. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like that. And all of that is intentional. All of that is intentional. So when you hear people talking about, yo, son, we lost our identity. Yes, we have lost our identity. But where you think you're going to find this identity from? You really believe, just honestly ask yourself this question. You really believe that this ideology, this understanding of who you are is gonna come from a book that was given unto you by them? It's gonna come from a book that people was using to keep you under their control? Make that make sense? And your rise to fame is because they put certain locations, keywords they put. Stop, man. Stop. These people came into your land as explorers, and they left as executioners. You heard what I'm saying? These people came into your land as explorers, and they left the land as executioners. I repeat, these people came into your land as explorers and left that land as executioners. They have executed everything. They executed your culture. They executed where you slept. They executed where you lived. They executed the things that your minerals, the food. Africa alone, people. Africa alone is Africa alone is literally the only place that doesn't need any outside resources to sustain itself. Africa alone stand 10 toes down, have everything that they need. Africa, but Africa is one of the poorest places on the face of this earth. And nobody knows how is this happening. And a lot of you guys are saying because we ain't united. No, well, of course we're not united. Of course. But the main reason why we are not standing is because our people has lost their way. Our people has connected into the ways of the heathens. We have lost our way. We have lost our culture. Black people are claiming names that's not even biblical, bro. That's not even African, bro. We're putting these stories, we saying this and we saying that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm standing on that because I used to teach this madness, guys. I taught it, bro. I taught it, and I witnessed and I'm watching the destruction that it's doing to my people. I'm watching it, and I'm seeing how my people have yet to heal, and I'm seeing how people are in these positions, and the position that they are holding is the same positions that the oppressors give to those good servants, to those good converts When you a good convert, you get a good seat at the table. You ain't gonna sit at the table, but you're gonna get a good seat at the table where you can look down at the people, but yeah, we still gonna look down over you. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. And the rebellion ones, oh yeah, we're gonna make their life a living hell. They're gonna make your life a living hell. We're gonna mess with their numbers. You're gonna prevent such information to go out. We don't need any more rebellion. We don't need no more Nat Turners. We don't need no more Harriet Tubman. We don't need anybody that's going against our teachings. We don't need that. Can't afford that. Sorry. We don't need that at all. And this is what they've been doing. They sabotage our way of thinking. They sabotage our lifestyle. They sabotage our life. They sabotage our culture. They told us, they said, listen, yeah, man, you from Africa, but the real knowledge, you gotta get it from the Bible. You wanna find out who you are, read the Bible. Read the Bible. That's the same tactics that they used when we was enslaved. It's the same tactic. Read the Bible. Your knowledge is in the Bible. Your knowledge is not in no other books, no other culture. If you indulge in any other culture, you indulge in demonic studies. You a demon. You a heathen. That's satanic. That's evil. You're gonna go to hell. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. But meanwhile, the people that teach you all of this madness, nobody ever question to see are they in hell. Nobody don't ask those questions. But when it comes to us, it's like, look, this, oh my gosh, you can't be doing that. African studies, how dare you? You are a African. You're supposed to uphold Euro Christian ideology. This is not righteous. That's devilish. That's evil. They teaching you this. They teaching you this, purposely keeping you disconnected from who you are. And we got our very own that's part of the madness, bro. Our very own is part of the madness. And our very own refuse to see that they're being played. Refuse because you really believe that you're going to go to heaven. You really believe that you're going to go to hell if you go against such teachings. All the Abrahamic religions tell the same story. Oh, if you don't believe in Islam, anybody don't believe in Islam and don't understand and idolize Allah, you're gonna be condemned and you're gonna be in hell. Oh, if you don't believe in Judaism and Christianity, if you don't keep the commandments, you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. Oh, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. You're gonna be in the lake of fire. Meanwhile, when our ancestors died, listen, I'll tell you testimony for myself. When my father died, my father's presence was still in the house. My father's presence was still in the house. My mother, because she was under the Euro Christian ideology, she was so scared. She had to go call a voodoo priest, and the voodoo priest did something, and I guess they had some conversation and forbid him from coming inside the house. This is facts, people. I don't gotta lie to you about this. I'm telling you, this is what it was, bro. This is facts. This is facts. These people stole. These people stole what we do, created a narrative, a non-spiritual foolishness called religion, and forced it down your throat. Religion was never given to you free. That Bible was literally forced down your throat. You was forced. Listen, after they started taking the slaves out of those regions, they had to compile the Bible. Listen, give these people these Bibles so we can have something that they can read that can justify what we've done to them. So instead of holding us accountable, we're gonna say, well, God said we had to do this. God said that we had to do this. Your God said that we were supposed to do this. Even Jesus, your Savior, he said, obey your masters. Ephesians 6 and 5. Come on, man. Come on. We can't be this naive. We can't be this distorted from who we are, bro. We have to find our identity, man. For real, all jokes aside, we have to find our identity. Our identity is not coming from the Bible. It's not coming from the Quran. It's not coming from any text that had the hands or the writings of the hands of the enemy. It's just not. And I need you guys to understand that. I really need you guys to understand that. It's very important that you guys understand that. Stop telling people that their identity is lost, and the only way they're gonna find their identity, they gotta read the Quran or they gotta read the Bible. There's no identity of a people in that in those books. It's only a story for a particular group of people to keep them submissive and in acceptance to their demise, to keep them in acceptance to their atrocities and to the foolishness that's being done, all the suffering that's being done to them. This is the story for them to be content with such things. We're not being content with that anymore because I'm watching. I don't know if you guys are outside. I don't know if you guys is in the streets. I don't know if you are related to killers and gangsters. I don't know your life story. But for me, I know exactly what's going on. Listen, some of the biggest drug dealers that you would ever imagine believe in either Jesus or Allah. Some of the biggest killers that you ever imagine either believe in Jesus or Allah. You will never find a killer. You will never find a murderer. You will never find a drug dealer that tells you, I don't believe in no God. You will never find somebody that says they don't believe in no God. Because if they believed in no God, that means they would try to be tapping into the universe. And the last thing that they would want to do is hurt somebody. And even if they say they don't believe in no God now, they'll tell you, yeah, man, I grew up in a Christian household. I grew up Catholic. I grew up Muslim. I grew up something. And then that indoctrination, that foolishness is such in their brain that when they decide to set free, they take it out on the people. This is intentional. This is intentional. And we sitting here not understanding that, bro. We're not understanding that, and it hurts my heart because we got people that's invested. Our children is invested. Our families invested to such ideologies, man. We got to really get up out of that. All jokes aside, we really got to get up out of that for the sake of our children, for the sake of our future, for the sake of our upbringings. We got to get up out of that, man. This when that book tells you that is literally here to divide, I come not but to divide. That's exactly what it has done. Jesus has divided the community. Jesus has divided brothers and sisters. Jesus has divided husband and wives. Jesus has divided every single person. Every single person has been divided because of the ideologies of the Biblos and the teachers that stand with these Biblos. It's literally destroying us. It's literally destroying us. And you can see, listen, man, this joint crazy. This joint crazy. This joint crazy. It's crazy because it's like, how can I people? What can I do to make my people see what's going on? What do I do? I don't know. This lady selling her house. That's crazy. What do I do? But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you what we're doing moving forward. I'm gonna tell you what we're doing forward. Every single day, I'm going to expose Euro-Christian ideology. I'm gonna show you how it's affecting our wives. I'm gonna show you how it's affecting our husbands. I'm gonna show you how it's affecting our children. I'm gonna show you how these people are literally destroying us. I'm going to show you. That's all I'm going to show you moving forward. It's gonna get to the point that you guys are gonna get so fed up. It's either you're gonna go look for it yourself, or you're just gonna say, "Man, I'm leaving Jews alone." But I'm gonna always stand on that. I will no longer, and I repeat, I will no longer uphold any Euro-Christian ideology. Everybody be asking me, "Yo, Junes, man, go ahead and go debate." I was gonna go debate Ron Dalton. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna give him no energy. What I mean by that, and listen, ain't nothing about no fear. Believe me, it is nothing about fear. It's the fact that I'm not giving any more room and space to uphold Euro-Christian ideology. That man could bring a million precepts, a million artifacts and all that. I'm not giving these people no room to have my people think this and starting to question things and say, wait, hold on. Maybe I am a Hebrew. Maybe I am a Jew. Maybe I am this. Maybe I am that. I'm not giving my people no more room for that. We're not giving these people room. We're not giving these people, we're not giving this ideology momentum. We're not giving these people no more of our energy. It's not. This is why. If you're not here to educate me about African culture, African people, teach me how we did this, teach me how we did that, teach me the language. I need to learn how to speak my people's language. I'm already a heads up because when I went to this African restaurant, I heard them, I overheard them speaking, and they were speaking Creole, and they had a mixture of Creole and French. So I was picking up. I was like, wait, you said something, something. They was like, yeah, how you know? I said, because I can understand. You know, my family comes from Haiti. It was like, oh yeah. He was like, oh yeah, I come from Cameroon. I come from Benin. Those are the two areas where Haitian people was taken from. So when I see that, it's like, wow, this makes absolute sense. But these are the things that we need to connect to. Stop allowing these people trying to feed you this nonsense. Do you know your identity? You lost your identity. Yes, we lost our identity. What's keeping it lost? This religious ideology. That's what's keeping it lost. All right. I'm about to go meet up with my client, man. I'm gonna link up with you guys later. I'm not gonna come on later on tonight. I'll be on for Summer Conversation. Summer Conversation is gonna be a great one. Um, Bound to Princess, I'm gonna text you later. I'm gonna need you to do something for me. I'm gonna text you later. Um, yeah, I'm gonna text you later. I'm gonna text you and I'm gonna text Black Girl Magic. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I came out of this Euro Christian ideology, the mentality, and I removed myself from religion, a lot of you guys abandoned your brother, and it made me realize that my people is really under the hypnosis under this Euro Christian ideology. A lot of you guys was only following me because I was giving you that feel good doctrine. I was giving you that hope story. You felt good. You felt hopeful. So you guys want somebody to grab your hands and take you to the promised land. You guys don't want to take it back because you know that may come with death. And some of you guys are not ready to be taken off this earth because you believe that when you die, that is it. That's not true. That's a story that they gave you. That's an ideology that they gave you. That's an afterlife story that they play into your mind. All that was intentional. See, if I give you a story about hell, and I'll tell you how gruesome hell is, and I give you the apocalypse of Paul or the apocalypse of Peter, and I force it down your throat, it's gonna make you second guess attacking me. It's gonna make you second guess and rallying together and go fighting for a proper cause. It's gonna make me second guess that. That's what these things was designed to do. That's what it's doing. That's what it did. And when are we gonna say, nah, I'm good. Nah, I ain't eating that. When are we gonna say that? Your ancestors is inside of you from the very beginning of the exception, from them having you to your grandmother, your grandfather, your grandmother still inside of you, your grandfather still inside of you, your great grandmother's still inside of you, your whole entire family still inside of you. It does not die. These people want you to believe that they die because they never want you to tap into who you are. It's about control. Control the narrative. Control the people. Control the people. Control, control, control. All right? That's all it is. With that being said, guys, I'm about to be up off this. Remember, support the movement. ROD Podcast. We outside. Summer Conversation is tomorrow. I will be there. I will be clear. And we're going to keep banging the gavels on these heathens, He goes, and heathenites.